sunshine out there. Larry O'Brien got on his feet and just walked down the street to join us this morning. How are you?
If I was any better, I'd be here in Ottawa talking to you. Doesn't get any better than that.
You're right. How are things?
Fine. I just got back from Florida Sunday night.
Yeah, you spend a good part of the winter in the Florida?
Yeah, I spent a lot.
I can't say I blame you.
And what a spring you guys had up here. It was horrible. So I arrived, and the next day the weather
I mean,
gets
you
good.
guys.
Well,
You're back now.
I'm a snowbird. I'm a snowbird.
You are a snowbird. Listen, you've been busy in your semi-retirement writing a book.
Yeah.
This is not available in stores as of yet. I'm sure it will
We're
be.
launching it on Monday.
Yeah, here in Ottawa.
5 o'clock here in Ottawa at the Metropolitan.
Yeah, I got invited to that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you come to the Metropolitan, you buy a book for $12 and you get a free glass of wine.
Is that how it works?
I think the wine's
You're
worth more
going to
than
make
a buck.
me buy your book?
Oh,
Listen,
you get a good deal.
At least
I
I'll
might
get
give
it
you
autographed.
2 wines.
Autographed. It's called Ethical Entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
and this is basically a story that relates to your business career.
Yeah, I was a businessman for 30 years,
Yeah.
and I knew I had to write a book after I came out of politics, but this was the one that came out. This is about how you succeed in choosing a business and how you succeed at building a business using ethics, using values.
When you say ethical entrepreneurship, what do you mean?
An entrepreneur has to make hundreds of decisions a month, and it's impossible to think every decision through into the, it would drive you crazy thinking every decision through to the end. So as a result of my first business, which failed very quickly.
You were bankrupt at 29?
Bankrupt at 29. I'd made every mistake possible in business in 6 months, and I made a few mistakes that were almost impossible to make.
What?
And I spent 29 months.
You?
Yeah, me. Hey, I did the same thing in politics, didn't I? And I spent 29 months studying, and I came up with 4 simple values to help you make decisions quickly. The decisions have to be honest, not just honest in terms of truthful. They have to have the truth behind them. Second of all, the decision that you're going to make has to be long term.
Mm-hmm.
And because a long-term solution always produces the shortest-term results.
Right.
And because it puts you in line with others who are thinking long-term.
Mm-hmm.
Third, you have to add value. You have to make sure that everybody that you work with, whether they be your clients or your employees, your suppliers, they all get value out of every decision. And the fourth one, the most important one, is never, ever, ever buy your bankers a lunch. In other words, just be prudent. And so if you test every decision...
What do you mean by prudent? Do you mean cheap?
No, thoughtful.
Okay.
Yeah, thoughtful.
Spend your money wisely?
And so I have, in this book is packed full of things like that. How to test the decisions, how to choose your business, how to grow your business.
Are these the things that ultimately made you successful? Because you were very successful in business after you had your troubles.
That's exactly. I learned it in the
There you
there
are,
it
right
is.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a smiling face.
Yeah.
I learned about I learned about all these rules and everything that's packed into this. It's a relatively short read. It's only 100 or so pages, but a short book which is I think full of consequence for people who are looking to the future, trying to figure out what they're going to do if times get hard.
Yeah. Were you an ethical businessman?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You made sure of that?
It wouldn't have succeeded unless I created that reputation.
Were you a good guy to work for?
I think so.
I hear that.
I think so. I think
from what I've heard, people enjoyed working for you.
there's a culture. There was a culture there that had been developed around these ethics and values that people wanted to be with. And what is a leader? Well, a leader in the short form is someone people will follow.
Yeah.
And they'll follow an honest person, as a person who has a vision of a better world, a better company, a better service, a better city.
Yeah.
And is able to inspire people with those words.
Do you think that your ethics and your honesty maybe didn't help you that much in politics?
Well, it's
a
that's
different
probably
animal.
It's a completely different animal.
Yeah.
And,
I think you were a bit surprised by how different it was.
Yeah, I was actually shocked because I didn't have the right rule book.
Yeah,
the rule book
you had
I
a
had for
different one.
business was a good one. Now, interestingly,
Yes.
I've been spending the last 2 years studying why someone who was as smart as I thought I was
Goes into politics?
sort of made all those mistakes in politics.
Right.
Although we did accomplish a lot, and I'm not underestimating our accomplishments. I mean, as a politician,
Yeah.
I wasn't very.
Well, I mean, you
wise.
were, Larry, let's face it, you maybe you should write a book about that too, because you were a pretty easy target for a while there, only because you were a rookie,
Yeah.
right? And you did things a different way, and that's the way it went for you.
Yeah.
But you did accomplish a lot of things. Unfortunately, people like to point out mistakes sometimes rather than, you know, the positives. But this is, you're in your realm writing a book about business.
And I think the next book that I'm going to write, because this is I enjoyed this process.
Yeah?
I really enjoyed it.
Was it fun?
It was a very good process, because we have a responsibility to pass along lessons.
Yeah.
So I passed along I'm a boomer, and we're the great consumer generation.
Yeah.
And so I have to pass along something to the people who are young, or maybe something that other boomers can buy their kids or grandkids, so give them a little bit of a clue that ethics are really still important.
Yeah.
And but the next one is going to be about ethical politics. It could be quite a bit shorter book.
Yeah. We got to run. Larry O'Brien's book will be out in stores soon, but you can buy it online, right?
Yes, you can get it online, and you can either go to my website or to freedompress.ca.
Freedompress.ca.
And it's there for you.
Big book launch is one next week here in Ottawa, as a matter of fact, which I'll be attending. Thank you, sir. Pleasure to talk to you as usual. Good to see you.
Good to see you.